First off, I'm an ex-regulator myself. I work for the Federal Reserve at the Board of Governors in the payments group. And just my observation is, and again, I'm not a regulator now, but that just wasn't the way we did things at the Fed. You didn't launch litigation on the last day before the commissioner of your organization resigned, just going in, especially going into like a new administration. I mean, Ripple's been around for 8 years. There's been a long time to set clear rules, and then you could have arguments or discussions over what behaviors need to change to meet the rules. But to actually just file an enforcement action out of the blue on the day that you resign, so you're not around to actually take the heat for the consequences of what you've done, and then you just sail off into the holidays and a new administration. That's kind of an unprecedented situation. The question is, what was the reason after 8 years that required an urgent enforcement action just on the last day of under a particular leadership? And so this is a highly unusual situation, just to start with, in terms of the conduct of the SEC, independent of the substantive issues of the case. So it does have me scratching my head as to like, why this timing, why in this manner, and then we can just climb down into the specifics of the actual case, what's known as the Howey test, which is the test for whether something is a security or is a currency. And really, from my point of view, it comes down to whether an organization like the SEC thinks that people out there can't tell the difference between investing in a gold mine, which has its own stock, which truly is a security, versus gold, which is pretty clearly not a security. And so in the case of Ripple, as you said, Ripple was a company that did raise money from venture capital. It does have investors. I'm one of those investors. I know the difference between when I'm investing in a company versus when I'm investing in something that might have been associated with that company, but is not an investment contract of that company. And that's XRP, which I'm also a holder of. And the SEC has taken the point of view that people don't know the difference, and it is suing to recover $1.3 billion on behalf of those investors, and in the process is destroying tens of billions of dollars of value for those investors. And it does remind me of a quote from Ronald Reagan, who said the scariest words in the English language is, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. So when somebody comes to help me as an investor, which is the primary mission of the SEC, and helps me by destroying, 10 times the amount of value that they're quibbling over, you got to scratch your head, because that just doesn't really make sense from a public policy point of view. It doesn't make sense from a financial point of view. And so it really, begs the question.